So, Chet Holmgren is injured again. He is injured again. Man is out for 8 to 10 weeks, which is, not an ideal situation. Absolutely not ideal. Obviously, breaking news from Shams. It's still weird seeing Shams on ESPN. It still is. But, yeah, in a bit of a strange one, like, he got hurt. But the one thing I will say with Chet Holmgren is that the way he got hurt, I'm like, he's still gotta get bigger. He's still gotta get bigger and stronger, especially if he's gonna play the way he is, because he doesn't seem to have like the I don't know, like, for lack of a better word, like, Wemby's made of elastic. Like, there are some guys that are that size, if they don't get hurt, because they're effectively made of elastic, especially when they're young. And Chet doesn't seem to be quite like that. Like, this was just a routine play. Some people calling Andrew Wiggins dirty. He went for a layup. So, like, Chet Holmgren's come in, and, like, that is just a very much routine play. And he just got tossed to the side. Like, there's nothing really in that. Like, he's up, gone vertical. He's vertical there, and, like, from this scenario right here, I'm not sure there's another player in the league that would have been completely flipped over and obviously landed on his hip. But it's not a good injury. Not a good injury at all, to be honest, for Chet Holmgren, because, like, the positive is that it's a fracture. And it's not like a labrum tear or anything, like for those hip injuries. But hip injuries are never easy. Like, they're never easy to recover from. Even if he is back, even if he is back for 10 weeks, I'm still like, I'm always really iffy when it comes to hip injuries because they're hard to come back from. And you would hope that just the way he landed, that it's just a fracture and there's no actual damage to, like, to any of the muscles or ligaments around there. But yeah, it's an interesting one. It's like, it's a tough one. Again, it's a tough one because you're like, nothing wrong happened. It was a freak injury. And the Thunder are going to really, really struggle. Like, Isaiah Hartenstein's got to come back. Like, the Thunder are now, like, what are they now? They're now 8-2. They've lost 2 of their last 3. They're only a game ahead of the Denver Nuggets. And they just do lack that bit of size. Like, obviously, there's no point making that trade because Chet Holmgren is a perfect player for them. Chet Holmgren's a perfect player in general. He's like a perfect center. He's a perfect player for this team. So, for me anyway, I'm always looking when it comes to Chet Holmgren at like, they just need that other big, and they had it in Hartenstein, but he's been injured. Apologies again about the camera. I'm going to buy a better spare camera, but for some reason, my main camera just keeps losing battery constantly. Or not keeps losing battery, like, just keeps losing power for like a split second, and I can't do anything about it. But, yeah, so, like, even yesterday, you're like, it's going to be tough for him to survive. It really is going to be tough for him to survive now without Chet Holmgren for the OKC Thunder because, again, like, the Thunder are a very, very good team. They just lost to the Warriors, who are also a very good team in fairness. But, like, as far as their bigs are concerned, without Chet, like, J-Dub starts to 4. They realistically, like, or if you want to say Dort starts to 4, he's 6'3". Their bench, Case and Wallace, like, Ousmane Dieng's going to have to start giving big minutes. They've got, like, they literally might go out with the 2020 Houston Rockets lineup of, like, a 6'4" center. Like, we might see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander being the tallest player in their starting 5. Like, if they decide to bring in Case and Wallace into the lineup, like, they could actually go out with a lineup where their whole team is where their point guard's their tallest player. But, like, I'm looking at their team for minutes, like, Dylan Jones, 6'5". Ousmane Dieng is their only thing that even resembles a forward, and that man's barely a forward. He's 6'9". Like, their whole team, J-Dub 6'5", Dort 6'3". Chet obviously is big. Then you've got Wiggins. Aaron Wiggins is 6'5". Shea 6'5", 6'6". Isaiah Joe short. Caruso again. Caruso guard. Casey Wallace guard. AJ Mitchell guard. Ousmane Dieng some length. Dylan Jones guard. So I don't know what they're gonna do. Like the Thunder are going to. I would assume they're gonna really struggle because there's just no way you can go out that small without like Mike D'Antoni as your coach and expect anything. Like, look, Thunder are coached well, but they don't have the innovative offensive mind of D'Antoni. If anything, like defensively, they're gonna have to just switch everything and pray they don't get cooked. But he's out for 8 to 10 weeks, so he's gone for a lot of the season. They're still going to be in the playoffs without him, but it's still going to be really, really tough for them. Like, their next game is against the Clippers, where they have to play against Ivica Zubac, which is not easy. And they play the Pelicans, having to deal. Actually, Zion's injured. You're lucky with the Pelicans that you don't have to deal with Zion. Then you have to face off against the Suns, who are again not particularly big, but they're still going to be tough. With Dallas, you're going to have to be small and somehow try to guard that, like Luka lobs to Lively and Gafford. The Spurs, you're coming against Wemby. To be fair, he plays like a guard anyway. Blazers, Donovan Clingan's going to have a field day. So it's like, it's going to be tough for OKC to stay near the top of the Western Conference. Like, they're going to have to just outgun teams. And they're still 8-2 right now. But, like, he's out for... When they say he'll be return to play protocol will be provided in 8 to 10 weeks, which means he could be done till the All-Star break. And like there's 40 games in that. And if this team's probably going to go without him, maybe win 22 games. 22 and 18? Nah, that's no, maybe let's say 25 and 15, which is probably, yeah. I'd say that's probably what they're going to be. But like they're gonna be in that like 4, 5, 6 seed range when he comes back. So, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. But I still think the Thunder do trade for a big, like try give up some of those picks for a big short term anyway. But it's tough because again, at the end of the day. Like, you've got Hartenstein coming back, but even with just Hartenstein and Chet, you're still lacking a lot of size. And now losing both of them, yeah, it's not going to be easy for the Thunder.